Okay, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're doing great. We are back with Deadside stuff, and 1.0 is available now. They put out a new post on their Steam page with a couple of, they got the launch trailer and update overview. So I thought we could have a quick look at that. Let's jump right into it. So let's see, today is Thursday the 5th of December and Deadside version 1.0 is live, leaving early access with a huge update. So let's read through this before we watch the videos together. Hello Deadsiders! Deadside has launched into version 1.0 and we got a couple of videos and we got a recap of the thingy. So let's just go through the highlights here, I guess. Here are the summarized patch notes. I wish they added a complete patch note, but we'll get into that. Let's see. New vehicles, base building 2.0, rating 2.0. We all know about this stuff, basically. So we got progression 2.0, huge map expansion, added lots of comfort items, new endgame locked bunkers, new foraging system, tons of rebalancing, optimization, and bug fixes. If you want to see these features in action, or if you're just waiting for the patch to install, you can watch an overview video put together by Loaf. So let's see. What's next after version 1.0? Immediately following release, we are going to begin working on a smaller patch to further refine version 1.0 according to player feedback. Even though we have done lots of testing to get ready for release, it's always possible that new issues are found, and we are prepared for that. Outside of short-term plans, we will continue to improve and update Deadside for as long as we have a community to support. That's good. Leaving early access won't be changing that. So let us know what you would like to see in future updates. While the focus might be on the release now, we are always looking to the community for ideas on further content. Future content. Thanks for reading. Enjoy version 1.0. But we got a couple of videos to watch. So let's start with the launch trailer. Yay! Man, this looks cool. Oh yeah, the wolves. I had a run-in with a bunch of them. Dead. That's so cool. Straight in the face. This is a cool feature. Pretty cool trailer. So let's see. We did have another one. Update overview.
Hello everyone, I'm
Hello.
Deadside's lead community manager, and this is Deadside 1.0. The
Nice to hear
update
from
the
you
game has
again.
ever seen. We have a lot of exciting stuff to cover, so let's start with the feature that everybody wants to know about, the UAZ and the Ural motorbike. The
Cool.
bike can be found all across the map at Deadside, spawning near roads or inside garages. The bikes have 15 storage slots, can run at 70 kilometers per hour for up to 20 minutes with a full tank of gas. They normally seat only 2 players, but you can sometimes find a sidecar variant with an extra seat that you can shoot from. The UAZ is a bit harder to find, typically spawning in more dangerous areas of the map. They have
Okay.
36 storage slots, run at 60 kilometers per hour,
That's a lot of
for up
storage.
to 30 minutes with a full tank of gas. And they seat up to 4 players, maybe 5 if you're willing to live on the edge. Also, you can store these vehicles at your base long term. Using a mechanic's workbench, you can place materials inside to prevent your vehicles from decaying. Boats will have the cheapest upkeep, only requiring spark plugs and machine oil, which can be found in garages or industrial areas. The UAZ and Ural bike is a bit more expensive, requiring mechanic tools. The only consistent way to find these are inside of new endgame locked mini bunkers, but first let's talk about base building. On some of our servers, you won't have to worry about being raided. These would be your PvP no raid servers or PvE servers. I will say though that we believe that Deadside is best played with raiding enabled. It's how the game was designed. Yes, it does suck when you lose your base, but don't forget that all your money and progression is stored in the save zone. Plus, each safe zone does have some unraidable storage for you, so you can definitely bounce back to get revenge. Now, when it comes to base building, we've completely replaced the old building system with a new one that allows for a lot more player freedom and some cool new features. Our new bases have 3 tiers of material: stick, plank, and metal. Building with sticks is easy. You just need to gather sticks from a tree or a bush. You will need to make a resource vault out of these sticks. This is the core of your base. It prevents structures from decaying if you place the required materials inside. Upgrading to plank tier requires a generator to power a wood planter. These 2 machines will convert logs into planks at your base. Using those planks and some nails, you can upgrade your structures to plank tier. Okay,
I'm gonna pause. And do some talking. You can find planks out in the world as a spawned item. No raid PvP on the official servers. I mean, I kind of agree with him there that that kind of beats the point, but I get it. But it's good that they give you the option. But okay, let's
Upgrading to plank tier requires a generator to power a wood planter. These 2 machines will convert logs into planks at your base. Using those planks and some nails, you can upgrade your structure.
Okay, I'm curious now. So he went from 1,000. So 1 log gives you 4 planks.
Into planks at your base. Using those planks and some nails, you can upgrade your structures to plank tier.
So you would probably need one. If you want to upgrade like a big base, you probably want one of those. But you can find planks out in the world. If you have like a pretty small shack kind of thing base going on, you could probably find the planks out in the open to upgrade it.
Tripling their health points. Upgrading to metal tier will require a metal planter, a machine that converts scrap metal into sheet metal. You will also need some rebar, which can be found in scrap piles scattered across the map. Using this sheet metal and rebar, you can triple your structure's health points once.
Okay, and you can also, depending on your base size, of course, but you can also find sheet metal out in the open if you don't want to build the machine thingy.
Structure's health points once again. Just keep in mind that the larger your base gets, the more upkeep will be required to keep it from decaying.
Yeah, that's a valid point
too. The only way to protect it from raiders, though. Version 1.0 will also include auto turrets. The Tier 1 turret is a close-range shotgun, which fires when enemies step into the kill zone. They can be made easily with just some weapon components, sticks, and rope, so this is your go-to in the early game. Tier 2 turrets are much more expensive, requiring...
This menu is so much better than what we had previously. I really like this. This is such a good change.
Electronics, which can only be found in those locked mini bunkers that we mentioned earlier. But these Tier 2 turrets are much more capable. They have a respectable amount of health, a wide field of view, and good damage output.
Oh, they're blasting that vehicle.
Or on a tripod. You can power their turrets for up to 72 hours, so they will defend your base while you're offline. Turrets will require a radio station to be powered, and this gives you the ability to use...
Okay, 72 hours. Don't go on a longer vacation.
While you're offline, this bot will send you a notification through Discord.
That's cool.
Which gives...
Deadside companion bot. Connect your Steam account. Pretty cool.
Gives you a chance to log in and defend your base while the raiders are busy dealing with your turrets. Comfort items have also been added into version 1.0. These base decorations can be found in large civilian towns and provide a comfort bonus to your character.
Don't agree with this. This is probably one of my biggest gripe with the update so far. This is just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not too OP, but still, anything that's giving you an advantage in the game by the game forcing you to do something that you don't necessarily want to do, that's kind of, yeah, I do not, but yeah, do not like this portion of the update.
Bonus lasts for an hour after you leave your base, with each level providing better and better buffs, like faster run speed, or even extra max health at max level comfort.
Let's see. Regeneration 12 per minute. That's food and water. I mean, I don't mind stuff you find out in the open, like berries, mushrooms, and stuff like that, the foraging system, to give you like small buffs here and there. But the comfort level thingy, because this is on top of this. So he's up to 18, and that's at 92. So it doesn't get too crazy. I mean, 100, maybe 12, 13% is max, maybe 15. I don't know. But it's still, and it only lasting an hour. I mean, yeah, it's not too OP for sure. It's probably not going to be an issue at all. But it's just the principle of game forcing you to do something that you don't necessarily want to do to get an advantage in game. We'll see how it works out in the long run, and they can always tweak it.
Buffs, like faster run speed, or even extra max health at max level comfort. There's a lot more that has gone into...
Yeah, oh my god, again, sorry, but the max health, if it was only healing, effectiveness, run speed, and regeneration, I think I would be more okay with it, but that it gives you more health and stuff like that, that's, I don't know, kind of sucky.
Extra max health at max level comfort. There's a lot more that has gone into this base building overhaul that we just don't have time to cover here, but there are a few cool random things that I'd like to mention. Like, you can place as many storage crates as you want now. You can see some of the new storage racks in the background here, and the new safe item, which is really strong, but only has 3 slots. Another feature of version 1.0 is trader reputation. In order to unlock items at the trader, you can sell scrap metal at the safe zones, or watches and cigarettes to the wandering traders. Each level will unlock better and better gear, but requires more reputation.
Okay, that's cool.
So, level 1 is easy to get at just 100 rep, level 2 requires 500, level 3 requires 1000, and level 4 requires 2000. The fast travel network at the safe zones have been expanded as well,
that's cool.
With a handful of fast travel
I don't really mind that too much.
Fast travel now charges money instead of dog tags, with the fee increasing the further you want to travel. You may also notice that the map itself has changed a lot, and that's because version 1.0 comes with our largest map expansion yet. This expansion adds the airfield, a huge military complex in the southeast.
Pretty cool.
This airfield spawns some of the best loot in the game, has dangerous high-tier events, and generally just looks really cool in my opinion. This expansion covers the entire map though, not just the south.
Yes, we can, yeah, let's just watch the video and...
With plenty of new POIs to find pretty much
I can comment
One of the most interesting of these new locations are the locked mini bunkers that you've been waiting to hear about. These locked bunkers are scattered across the map and drop different loot based on their location. For example, the mini bunker at the airfield is much larger and drops a lot more loot than the mini bunker north of Stepno, because Stepno is pretty close to the spawn zone. To unlock these bunkers, you will need one of these keys. The only consistent way to get them is by opening up convoy cases, though they can rarely spawn in a whole bunch of places. Once inside, you will need to deal with traps and auto turrets defending the loot. The M99 and GL40 are pretty good for this task. You can also use dynamite, a new raiding item that was added in this update. The most sought after box in these mini
grenades and stuff.
Red meltable boxes. You're going to need a handful of blowtorches to melt.
I'm sorry. They're calling this endgame. My brain does not compute how this is endgame content. But okay.
These crates open. Inside of these crates are the military electronics required to craft turrets, as well as mechanic tools for vehicle upkeep. This is pretty much the only place those two items consistently spawn, which makes these red boxes very valuable. Now last but definitely not least is our new foraging system. You can now find berries, mushrooms, apples, and medicinal leaves. These items can be eaten to gain a small amount of food while out in the field, with the exception of the leaves, which gives you a small amount of health at the expense of some water. Using a drying rack, another new item, you can dry out those berries, mushrooms, and leaves. Using the dried items, you can craft some powerful tinctures, which gives your character some cool buffs. For example, the green tincture made from the mushrooms gives you 20 extra HP. The red tincture makes you run and
Oh,
reload
this is
faster.
crazy. I mean, I don't really mind this one, the tinctures, because that's pretty easy for everyone to do. Even if you're not into base building and like to roam around, you can easily build like a drying rack and get your tinctures. The max health thing, especially under comfort level, that's, yeah.
Though consuming either of these is going to make you lose some food. These tinctures will not stack. You can only have one buff active at a time, so
you can see, well, you can't really, but down here you can see his max health.
Gonna make you lose some food.
Is
These
at 120.
stack. You can only have one buff active at a time, so thankfully you can't just combine them all to
110.
become a super soldier.
Yeah,
And
okay.
those are the major features of Deadside 1.0.
Pretty
We
cool.
really skipped over a lot just to keep this video reasonable length. This update is just too massive to cover in a short amount of time. So
I hope
be sure to
we...
check out Deadside on Steam if you haven't already.
I already
Comment
have.
below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for
I
watching.
did. Thank you, Loaf. So, oh, we're not getting into... Not going into that now. But yeah, there you have it. It is a solid update, for sure. It's a lot of cool features. There's a lot here that the community has been asking about for a really long time. But I think it came with a compromise on the overall look of the game. And to better explain what I mean, let me pull up my stream, or the VOD of my stream. Okay, so let's see. This is, first of all, I can showcase the new night pretty quick. This doesn't really look too bad, but the last 10 minutes of the night gets, not even 10, the last 5 to 7 minutes gets really freaking dark. And yeah, you can see now, this is, come on, this is insanely dark. I mean, I like the skybox though, it's awesome, but this is so dark. And without any night vision stuff or flashlights that's really any good or anything like that, it's painful. Thankfully, it doesn't last too long in this mode while it's this dark, but holy crap, you guys. This was dark. And yeah, oh, I'm not in the game. I was trying to zoom out on the map, but it gets pretty light pretty quick. So that's good. And the new skybox and everything looks really good. See the sun coming up here. But take a look here. What else do you notice in this picture? Give you a couple of seconds to look around and see if you notice anything. Because it actually took me a while to notice it. But once I've seen it, I can't see it, I can't unsee it. Have you guessed it by now? And if you were going to say the lack of vegetation in the distance, you are completely correct. Because they have, due to performance reasons, would be my guess, cut way down on vegetation. Overall in the game, trees and stuff like that, it's more barren in that sense. And again, the nights gets really, really dark. See, we are now, what is this town called again? Yeah, on this side. And we're looking over the lake or whatever here. And let's see if we can find a place. If you look around in the distance on the mountain tops or hills here, it's around here. You can even see this whole... Oh, I was moving way too fast there. Let's see. Yeah. I think I even talk about it. See trees on the hills and shit in this distance. But it's way, way, way more open now. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And I still don't. Because this just looks sad, to be honest. This really bummed me out. Because one of the awesome, cool things about Deadside was sort of the vegetation and the density of it and everything going on with that. And we are running on Epic. So everything is maxed out. And I'm guessing the reason why they have removed so much of the draw distance of vegetation is to make room for the vehicles and the higher player count. I'm guessing. I don't know. But look at this. It's so empty. And it just looks sad and outdated with what little is left. And then again, they've added so many new places around the map. There's like buildings like this all over, which makes the world feel fuller, more dense in some regards. But still, it's like, if you look, once you notice it, so I'm probably ruining the game for you now. Sorry about that. But this really caught me off guard. And I'm guessing, as I said, that they removed or cut back on that. They had to do that for server performance reasons, to compensate for the vehicles and the increased player count. And to be honest, for me personally, I don't really agree with that compromise, to be honest. I would rather not have vehicles and a more denser environment, a more immersive environment than have the vehicles. Because there are things they could do for transportation instead of vehicles, like utilize the train tracks that goes across the whole map. Put down 2 trains going in an opposite loop around the map. You can either jump on the train or the train have certain stops around the map. Something like that. But yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. I mean, look at this. And I'm sorry, once again, I'm probably ruining your game now. But this looks sad. This made me a sad boy. So that's probably my biggest gripe currently with this new update. I haven't really played it enough. When you're in it, you might not notice it, but I did notice it. This looks sad. And we had a dude on stream that usually plays PvP, and he talked about using this hill for cover and stuff and engaging with players doing the mission here. But you really can't do that because it's not viable anymore. Because there's nothing in between here. See if we can... It's so open and barren. And there's still some areas of the map that I haven't been at. Oh, the server admin on the server I was on was apparently doing something. But what is this? What's going on here? I can appreciate the vehicles and shit, but if this is what we had to compromise to get vehicles working, I would rather them just cut the vehicles and bikes out of the game, bring back the vegetation, put down a couple of trains on the train tracks to move around in a loop, and have the world more dense again. But yeah, that was, other than that, to not end the video on a sad note, even though I'm a sad boy. The game runs good, as it always had. It looks good, the skybox is awesome, it feels as good as always, the gun feels good. The AI in the newbie zone are really stupid and has really bad aim. Other than that, I mean, jump into the game. It's live now. I'm for sure gonna play it more. I need to experience more of the game before This was just my initial reaction to the update. Jump into the game, make up your own mind. Tell me what you think of the update down in the comments. I still have to go and experience the airport and find a vehicle to drive around to see how that feels. I still got a lot of stuff to do in the game. So I'm gonna be playing that for sure. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you're really awesome. Please leave a thumbs up, that really helps with the algorithm, and I will catch you in the next one.